And the question is, are there any hopes for Arsenal signing a forward player? Let's get into it. What's good, guys? Welcome back to All About Arsenal. If you're a returning Gooner, you're welcome. If you're a new Gooner, you're welcome to my channel. Hit that subscribe button, like this video, and let's get into it. So, a couple of days left before the transfer window closes. I believe it closed on Monday, the 3rd of February. And teams have been, quite active, especially Manchester City. And as we can see, they signed Omar Mamouche, and he did have quite an impact against Chelsea, although he didn't score. I think he had an assist, but he looked bright. They've signed about 3 players so far. So everybody looks at Arsenal and says, what is Arsenal doing? Especially if we still have hopes to win the Premier League title, although we're 6 points behind Liverpool. We did beat Wolves marginally in a 10-10 man victory. But people have to realise that Arsenal's not Man City. We don't have the money, the power, or the influence they have. So we need to stay in our lane. However, let's look into possibilities that can still happen for Arsenal. Matheus Cunha being won a couple of days ago. I almost made a video saying that personal terms have been agreed. A lot of fan cams, Arsenal channels were saying personal terms were agreed, and this was not so. When you looked into the news furthermore, they basically said that personal terms would not be difficult to agree with Cunha. He's still not signed his new contract with Wolves, so it's to anybody's imagination what might happen next. But the thing is, he is still on the radar for the Gunners. Should they go for him? I believe they should. Definitely, he is a great prospect. I think he's 24, 25, and he's definitely ready for the next level in his professional football career. But let's look at the striker everyone's been talking about, and that is Benjamin Sesko. Benjamin Sesko has been heavily linked with Arsenal since last year. He did opt to stay at Leipzig, and this is the news I have reporting from football.london. Arsenal have seemingly been handed a boost in their pursuit of RB Leipzig striker Benjamin Sesko. The Gunners have been heavily linked with the move for Sesko in recent months, with rumours intensifying ever since the January transfer window opened. Arsenal were credited with an interest in signing Sesko last summer as they looked to bring in a new striker to the Emirates. Sesko is reported to have a 65 million release clause, and that's in euros, 55 million in pound sterling, release clause in his contract at Leipzig until he signed a new deal with the Bundesliga that initially ended interest from rival clubs, including Arsenal. Football.London understands that Arsenal's interest in Sesko is genuine, although the Gunners are not looking to sign the Slovenian international alone during the transfer window. We don't want to lease, we want to buy, we want to purchase. So that is the situation with Sesko at the moment. Arsenal still hot in the trail for him. Let's quickly look at his stats. He has 18 goal appearances, 18 appearances, and he has 10 goal contributions, of which 8 he has scored, and he has 2 assists. That's pretty standard. It's average. And let's be honest, 10 goal contributions, 8 goals in 18 games, 10 contributions. It's just slightly above. It's still about average, just slightly above average. But to be honest, I still don't see what the hype is about Sesko. I'm still not convinced. I still think he's a work in progress. And the mistake that many teams that are desperate for a striker can just say to themselves, oh, he's had one good season. He had one good season at Leipzig, and that was it. Everybody wanted this kid. And you have to understand that player needs time to settle and be proven, like Haaland. Although I don't like his guts, we realised the first season he came, completely ripped it, and he's been consistent in his goal scoring and in his appearances. So Sesko, I'm not too convinced. Moving on, there is a kid that Arsenal is interested in, and he goes by the name of Nypan, I believe. He is a Norwegian international, and let me go to the news, still staying with football. London. And this is another 17-year-old kid. He's Norwegian, and it looks like Arsenal are interested in. Sverre Nypan is reported in England and is likely to visit Aston Villa. Apparently, he's already visited Manchester City, and they've somehow had some type of talk with him. And what the rumours are is that they said they'll send him to their parent club Girona on loan for probably 1 or 2 seasons for him to get experience, then come back to Man City. Arsenal are heavily linked with him. He's a Norwegian international, so we know there is going to be some links. What influence can Martin Odegaard actually play on this as well? I do actually see there's a strong chance for this kid coming to Arsenal because, like I said, the links with Odegaard being the captain, he is an attacking midfielder. and he's somebody that would preferably take over Odegaard. Also, if he comes to Arsenal, he is going to get first-time game experience without a doubt. We've seen what Arsenal's done with Ethan Yeri and what they've also done with Miles Lewis-Skelly, and he's sending off against Wolves as well. It's ridiculous, but I'm not talking about that. Back to transfer news. My only reservation about this, at this moment in time, yes, it would be good to get another attacking midfielder, but not a 17-year-old. We kind of want somebody like Cunha, although he can actually play as a number 10. We want somebody that's Premier League proven and they are ready. We need an impact player like what Trossard did the first time he came. When he came in the January transfer window, which I'll probably say Trossard was probably one of the best transfer window purchases we made. That's what we need. We need fresh blood at the moment because we're lacking a bit of creativity at times. So that's Nypan we're looking at. I don't think we should go for this kid right now. I think it's a summer project, although I do think he would definitely like to come to Arsenal. And this is the last one I'm going to talk about, and this is Semenyo. I did a video about him some time ago, and Arsenal are back in the hunt for Antoine Semenyo of Bournemouth. And this is the news brought from Team Talk. Arsenal have identified a winger they think could perfectly replace Bukayo Saka, with a report revealing his stance on a potential move as North London rivals Tottenham plan a potential bid in the final days of the January transfer window. He ain't going to go to Spurs. Spurs are shambles at the moment. They're about 14th or 15th. That's not going to be attractive to him. He will come to Arsenal, best believe. Saka is one of the best wingers in the world and has been superb for Arsenal over the years. The 23-year-old has had the England international, scored over 52 goals and 45 assists in 186 appearances for Arsenal. Saka, though, is on the sidelines at the moment. The youngster's recovered from a hamstring injury and is unlikely to be back in action. Arsenal are on the hunt for a replacement, and according to Court Offside, they have identified Antoine Semenyo as the player to fill the role at the right wing. The Gunners are exploring a deal, and although Bournemouth are keen on keeping him, they can sell the winger for 50 million. He was bought, I believe, from a championship club for under 10 million, something like 2.3 million or 5 million or something like that. And now he's worth 50 million. This kid is amazing. He's Premier League ready, Premier League proven, and I believe he'll hit the ground running and have an impact on Arsenal. And more so, he's going to be he's somebody that could be definitely competing with Saka for game time, definitely competing, and it's good, especially if we want to be successful in cup competitions and in the Premier League. We need depth, and that's one thing Arsenal don't have. We don't have depth, so we're continuously recycling players, and players are getting tired. Look what's happened to Saka. Should we go for Semenyo? I believe this will be a hot deal. I believe it will be a good deal. And let me just begin to go into some of these stats for Semenyo transfer market, if I can get it up. If I can get it up currently. Why is it whenever your laptop starts to play games, whenever you need it to behave, all of a sudden it's doing some nonsense? Okay, I think I'm coming back up. There we go. Antoine Semenyo. So he is 25 years old, 185 centimeters. Yes, he was born in London, but he's a Ghanaian international. He's had 22 appearances and 10 goal contributions. That's pretty average. And as you can see, what's exciting, his predominant positions on the right wing. He can also play in the left and he can play as a centre forward, but I know he wouldn't play as a centre forward when he comes to Arsenal. He'll either be on the left or the right. Right now, we'll probably stick him on the right. So that's the news, that you have it. What's the potential of this Semenyo deal actually happening? But Bournemouth are doing well. They beat Nottingham Forest 5-0. I never saw that coming. I think Justin Kluivert had a hat-trick. They are doing very well. Could they potentially be trying to secure a spot for Europe? Yes, they would. So that could be a deal breaker for them, letting a top player like Semenyo go. However, this could be their best opportunity, that is Bournemouth, to get the maximum amount they can get out of him. Because let's be honest, when it comes to the summertime, there's more time, there's less pressure, there's an array of players, their contracts are coming to an end. So this might be the best time for them to cash in, because come summer, depending on how he does from now until summer, his value could actually go down. So that would probably be in their best interest to try and sell him now. So there you have it. We're in the hunt for Cesco, Nypan, which I don't think you should go for, and Semenyo. My own worry is, will Arsenal actually do something before this transfer window closes? I believe it's going to be at the last minute, the dying seconds, like we did with Sterling. We're going to bring someone on. We can't have any more loans from the Premier League. We're only allowed 2 from what I understand, and that's all done. So let me know what you think in the comments. What should Arsenal do? Thank you once again. I'll be back with another video. Until the next time, peace.